Hello and welcome to this Scientific Principles video with Electraining. We're going to take a look now at the connection of meters. In previous videos we've learned how we can calculate values in an electrical circuit, things such as the current, the voltage, the resistance and the power, and that's very useful, but there are times when we want to measure those values in a circuit, and to do that we use meters. There are many types of meter and several manufacturers who have their own designs, so this is just a small selection of the kind of thing that we're talking about. So here we have an ohmmeter, this is a voltmeter, down there we have an ammeter, this is a digital multimeter, and up there we have a multifunction tester. I just want to mention the spelling of the word meter because there are two words that sound the same. So meter is spelled M-E-T-E-R, and not to be confused with the unit of measurement, the meter, which is spelled M-E-T-R-E. Let's take a look at some of the things that we measure and the names of the meters that we use to measure them. So we measure current, we can also measure voltage, we can measure power, we can measure resistance. Now regarding current, the SI unit of current is the ampere, so that's what it's measured in, but the name of the meter that's used to measure that current is the ammeter. Now you'll notice that the word ammeter is really a combination of the first two letters of ampere and then the word meter. So we've dropped the P and it's simply ammeter, A-M-M-E-T-E-R. Sometimes it is referred to by its full name as ampere meter, but most commonly you'll hear the term ammeter. Voltage, well, that's measured by the volt. The SI unit is the volt. And the name of the meter that measures voltage is the voltmeter. And power is measured in watts. The SI unit is the watt. The name of the meter that measures power is the wattmeter. And resistance, well, the SI unit of resistance is the ohm, and hence the name of the meter is the ohm meter. Let's look at the first of the meters now, that's the ammeter. We're going to see how the ammeter is connected into a circuit in order to actually carry out the measurements. So to do that, we'll look at a circuit diagram. So we have here the supply on one side, that's the source of electromotive force, and on the other side we've got the load. Now you'll see it's a rectangle, and we know from previous videos that the rectangle is used to represent a resistor in a circuit diagram. And that's therefore something that we can describe as a resistive load. Now the load is the part of a circuit that is where we use the electricity. So it has an effect on the amount of current that will flow in the circuit. And a typical example of a resistive load would be an electric kettle. When we plug the electric kettle into the circuit, it becomes the load. We've also got here a circle with an A, and that represents the ammeter. An ammeter measures current, so it's measuring the current flow in the circuit, and it has to be connected into the circuit in series. Now that means that all of the current that's flowing in that circuit, all of the current, if you imagine it's flowing through the load, has to flow through the ammeter for the ammeter to measure it. Now in order to connect it in series, we first need to disconnect the circuit to create a point at which we can connect that ammeter in. So if we look at this picture of the ammeter, there would be two leads, one in each of these little sockets here, and the ends of those leads would be connected at 2 points in the circuit. I'm going to draw that out for you in a way that perhaps will make that a little bit clearer. So let's just take my pen and let's say that there's our source of electromotive force, there's our load, and rather than complete the circuit we leave a little gap there, so we disconnect the circuit. Now the ammeter, I'll draw an ammeter here, there we are, has got two leads on it. So one lead will connect to that end of the circuit, and the other lead will connect to that end of the circuit. Now that enables the ammeter to become part of the circuit, so any flow of current is going to flow in the circuit, through the load, through the leads of the ammeter, through the ammeter, and continue back to its source again. So that's how we connect an ammeter into a circuit. We connect it in series. But we do want to just think about what would happen in a parallel circuit. We just looked at a series circuit and the ammeter connected in series. What about a parallel circuit? Well, in a parallel circuit, you're still going to connect the ammeter in series with the circuit, but you can connect it at different parts of the circuit, and therefore you can measure different values of current according to where you're measuring it. So for example, if we were connecting the ammeter, say in this area here, we would be able to measure all of the current in that circuit, because the current flowing in that part of the circuit will be the complete total amount. On the other hand, if we were to connect our ammeter in this area, we would only be measuring the current through that part of the parallel circuit, so it would be through these resistors here, and you wouldn't be measuring the current that is flowing through this other resistor. If we measured by putting our ammeter perhaps in this area here, we would only be measuring the current through this resistor and not the current through these resistors, or indeed the current that is the total current for the circuit, because we know that in the parallel circuit the current adds up. It starts as one total amount, and then it splits across the different parts of the parallel circuit, and then the current joins together again. And so that position of where we measure the current is going to affect what measurement we get. And that's worth just remembering, that the meter itself is connected in series. So if I connected it here, it would be in series with these two resistors. But in a parallel circuit, that clearly means that you can get different measurements at different parts of the circuit. So we're going to end there, and that's a look at the ammeter. And in the next video, we're going to look at some of the other meters and how we connect those as well.